Hey y'all, and welcome back. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. We are going to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 29. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, but before we do, go on and smash that subscribe button. Go on and get that thumbs up, and leave a comment below because you know we got to talk. Okay, so y'all, the first scene opened up. They're still in Houston. Courtney and Stormy, they showed up. They came late. They took a different flight. However, they're going to end up leaving during the dinner to go pick up their babysitter. I don't think they plan on staying in the house with the rest of them. And that might be fine because they brought Chess along with them. I don't know what made them bring a little boy on, but they did. I honestly don't feel like they wanted to be there. In their confessionals, that's what they were alluding to. But we're going to see how the rest of the trip go, see how they participate and acclimate themselves. Since they're new to the group relatively, I want to say that this is their first trip with the group. But anyway, just like I said, it's a lot going down at the dinner from that Carlos King interview Maurice did. That was a hot mess. Maurice just needed his ass whooped. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give that a lot of time because Kimmy spent half the night defending him. Then you got Martell showing up to the table with his old wedding ring on. Of course, that's going to spark some conversation too. And of course, Tisha had to chime in. Is that your old wedding ring? Oh, that just got on my nerves. It's getting to the point where her voices just do something to me. But, for Nell Fletcher to ask him, where'd you get the ring, sir? Just flat out asked him. And this brother gonna haul off and say something to the effect of wishful thinking. Man, that sounds more like a nightmare. But I'm gonna move on from that too. And then, of course, they're gonna end up talking about Marceau and Tisha, the pregnancy scare. And now they're going round and round with trust. And I think probably what was good for me that I needed I think that Tisha needed to see. Your man don't trust you worth a damn, boo. He don't trust you. So now you mad because you feel like he don't trust you, not realizing this man done had a vasectomy and he's thinking what America is also thinking. But you want to be mad with him. And that's only because you done heard all the mess about him. But yet has gone to him with any of it. You just take it all as fake. Yeah, it's coming back on you. So, and Stormy and Courtney leave and they talking about baby this and baby that. So I'm thinking Marcel was feeling convicted about that. And he's like, who did you tell about this conversation? Man, don't nobody want to hear it. We know that that's a storyline. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Y'all just pay attention to Tisha throughout this whole entire episode. She has this little smirky grin on her face. And she keep that grin on just to save face, almost as if she thinks she's doing something or she know a secret that don't nobody else know. But y'all just pay attention to it. And I'm going to tell you something. Mel gave her a little nugget. Say, baby, he don't trust you as much as he's trust himself. Just listen.
No, no, baby. It's yes, I trust you, and no, I don't trust you. I have a lot of trust for you. But you don't trust me. I think after today, some questions raised.
He trusts you as much as he trusts himself, baby. Don't you worry about it.
Okay, so y'all, we get into the next scene where this is after dinner where the men and women, they have split up and the ladies go to the hot tub. Now, I hate to say it, but Kimmy did monopolize the time in this hot tub. And I just don't know. Her story just isn't that interesting. It is what we have heard from day one as one of the other content creators call him the cancer hunter. That's all he ever talk about. And Mel even called her out saying, we know that Maurice has sex in the forefront of his relationships. Because, she was describing the relationship between her and Martell. And that sex was never at the forefront. So I can imagine how that did take Mel by surprise when things go to crumbling. The first thing Martell want to say is that you weren't satisfying me sexually. I think that was just an excuse. He needed any type of excuse to justify what he was doing. But anyway, I digress. I move on. So that's what I say. They're talking about it. And Kimmy is still making excuses for Maurice. Gonna say he has this cute little spirit. No, he's a grown-ass man. A grown-ass man. This is not his first rodeo. You the second wife. You're not the first. So, yeah, he knows what he's doing. He just can't help it. And even at dinner, Mel said it depends on if that's what's in his heart. And I believe that's what's in his heart. I promise you. But now, this is the sad part for me, y'all. Tisha, I believe she's afraid of losing Marceau. She talked that big talk, but when they asked her, do you think he would leave? She said, yeah, I know he will. And she has that in the back of her mind, and that's why I think she's slow to do any movement that she does. Now, while the ladies were in the hot tub, the men were out playing dominoes. So, of course, they're talking about the pregnancy test, the need for a pregnancy test. Why would she take a pregnancy test knowing that he had a vasectomy? That's going to be the conversation the whole night. The men want to offer him some words of encouragement, tips of advice. Chris Fletcher was the only thing that said something that would eventually amount to anything, but I digress from that too. In my mind, what this looks like is the classic a hit dog a holler. He feel the way he feel about Tisha because he knows what he's been doing. Honestly, I feel like he got the vasectomy so that he cannot get anybody pregnant because nobody wants to pull a Martell. But I think that's why he's impacted by that pregnancy test because he knows what he's doing. Hit dog will holler. All right, now this next scene, the men has called it a night. They're all going to their rooms trying to get ready for bed. Tisha was waiting on this man so that they can continue this conversation. I just feel like not on a trip. If we come to enjoy ourselves, let's enjoy ourselves. We'll talk about this when we get home. But now is no one else around, so we don't have to discuss it. But no, Tisha wanted to talk about it. Everything she's saying, she has said before. Everything Marceau has said, he has said before. We saw it last week. So I'm getting a little tired of this because one, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And two, I don't even need a two. I just don't believe this storyline. But however, Maurice does hear the commotion outside. Maurice, he's a nosy busybody. But anyway, Maurice Luther King trying to intervene and explain to Tisha what Marceau is feeling, all that blah, blah, blah. Who cares? These grown-ass people. Get out their business. It's the reason why she feel the way she feel because she know in her heart of hearts what he's doing, but she can't bring it to her mouth to say so. And now when he done blatantly said it at a whole table that he didn't trust you, now you got an issue with it. You should have had an issue a couple seasons ago. I'm over this one.
This is not the same thing. This is not close to the same thing. I know math. I know math. I know proportions.
I'm believing in you.
No, ma'am.
And then you want to turn around and be like, oh.
I understand both of y'all. Hey. Maurice, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. No, Maurice, I don't need this. I get that. I don't need this. Tisha, the real talk.
Okay, y'all, so the next scene opened up. Martell done snuck a woman in the house. And, of course, somebody had to be around to sneak it out, right? Who you think it was? Oh, Maurice, his big grown behind roaming through the house, just spying on folks, just trying to see what he can see. Why you ain't in the bed with your wife, sir? You ain't getting enough, and so you say, why you ain't in the bed with her? But now you got to be able to see something. You want to catch something to run back and tell. Martell is a grown-ass man. He is single. And, sir, we're going to need for you to mind your own business, okay? Go on to bed. Now, this is the next scene where it's the morning after, and you got Martell going to check on Marceau, knowing that what all he done went through. And I'm quite sure he heard the commotion of, them two arguing or Maurice and Tisha talking in the hallway because, yeah, Marty Marr was up that time of night too. But I digress. I move on from that. But I can respect that he did actually go check on him. That's more than his brother did. We didn't see his brother go check on him. But, I guess Martell was trying to help out Marceau, one cheater to the next, just, telling him to chill out and y'all shouldn't be going through this and everything's going to be all right. I don't know how well that's going to fall, though. But now, while Martell's over there talking to Marceau, you got Tisha and Kimmy, who's over there. They're also having the same conversation about this pregnancy test and the vasectomy and how they feeling about it or whatnot. And no matter how Kimmy tried to explain to her that Marceau was not 100% out of pocket, that it is reasonable for him to question, being though he's had the vasectomy. But Tisha don't want to hear that. I guess she want that blind trust like she give him, and she is clearly not going to get, okay? All right, y'all. So the episode wrapped up with the Fletchers. Since they're hosting this trip, they're also having some team building exercises, which I can appreciate. A lot of their trips really didn't involve much with, trying to give them tools to help them grow. So, I mean, I guess we could have figured this coming from the Fletchers, being though Nell done appointed themselves as the mentors of the group, I guess since they've been married the longest and probably have seen a lot more than they have. But that's cool too. But this is the time Nell actually tells Fletch that Kiki done reached out to her and Kiki want to come. Now Fletcher don't agree in letting her come and thinking that it's going to change the dynamics and people are going to feel some type of way. Well, she's like, well, she's here now, so she's coming, damn it. Now Chris himself had a bomb to drop too. How about he done told Nell about Martell done snuck a woman in? Where you think he got that from? Oh, Maurice Luther King Jr. And if Chris think that by Kiki coming is gonna make them look bad, what you think the house gonna think when they find out Martell done snuck a woman in the house? I'm ready to see how that's gonna play out next week. Don't forget to click like, comment, and share.